Welcome to Dancer's Delight Knit Cowl chart number 3. This one is a doozy, but this one is the part that really brings the entire cowl together. So be ready to strap in and grab that cup of cocoa because we are in for quite a bit of knitting. In this video, we're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to take a look at our chart number 3. I'm going to give you some little area tips that I think that a duplicate stitch would be really useful. And we're just going to go over some of the stuff we've talked about in previous videos as far as when to tuck in our floats, where I would be concerned with an extra long float. And then of course, if you have the pattern upgrade and you have the stitch fiddle link, you can go in and you can change the colors that we are using here on motif number 3 should you want to. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the chart we're going to be tackling today. Don't forget this is free over at marleybird.com. If you want to follow along, you can do that as well. And here is the chart. Say hello to Dancer, everybody. So this is the lovely reindeer motif that I chose for the middle of the cowl. I love the way that it is the silhouette of a motif instead of just like a caricature image. I thought it looked really cool. I also really like the way the pink of the image looks against the brown. So I chose pink versus brown. You could choose like a green background if you wanted to. You could use the cream. You could use whatever color you want. I thought this was a really great way to incorporate all the different colors. Now, the big takeaway on this particular chart, clearly, as we are looking at this, we're doing one full round with the solid color in between our check rounds. So on chart number 2, we finished with a checker sort of changing color every 2 stitches. We're going to have a solid yellow, and then we're going to have another checker where we're changing colors. And then we jump into the stitch pattern motif. So we have 2 rows here that are just plain knit rounds. Those are going to be like, wow, this is a nice relaxing round before we jump into a whole lot of color work. Now, clearly there are a lot of stitches here between when we use our brown into our pink. So we don't use our pink until stitch number 10, and then we stop it on 14 and then continue on with the brown. So that's a lot of stitches for our pink to be stretched across before we have to use it again. So with those long floats, this is definitely an area I would tuck in those long floats, if not twice, at least once. So that way you don't have a chance to have those floats snag as you are wearing your cowl. Same thing applies as we're looking to these other rounds as well. The following rounds, there's quite a few stitches between when you use the pink the first time and when you have to use it again. So definitely tuck in your floats in those areas. Remember, do not tuck a float in one right on top of each other. If like skip a round or 2 before you go into that same column of knits. And as you're working along, the great part about this is you're just using 2 colors. We don't mix in any other colors, so that makes this quite easy when it comes to that aspect of it. When you come up here, this might be an area where typically I'd be like, oh, do a duplicate stitch. But honestly, with the fact that these one-off stitch in the pink are kind of spread out across the row, it makes it really nice for areas that we don't have to tuck. The only area that you would really want to tuck would be like down into this area as you're going from that pink all the way over here to this pink. So I don't think you'd have to do duplicate stitch there. I think you could go ahead and continue on with the 2 colors and you'd be a-okay. Once you get done with the motif, clearly we go back into just 2 rounds of our plain stockinette. Then we go back to the check and we go back to the yellow. So it's going to give it some symmetry. Pretty fun, right? All right, so hopefully this gets you excited about the next portion of your cowl. You are doing such a great job. Take your time with this. This is 40 stitches. This is a lot of knitting. So you have quite a bit of time to get started on this until your next set of instructions. But make sure that you take breaks, give yourself a nice little stretch. Maybe go grab yourself a cookie and some milk or something, just to kind of give yourself a little treat. Personally, I like double stuffed Oreos, but I will leave it up to you. Until I see you in the next video, everybody, make sure you snap pictures of your progress, share with me on social media. I'm the Marley Bird on Instagram, and make sure you use hashtag mmmdi or Marley Bird or Marley Made Me Do It, and I'll be sure to smash your like button. That's it for me. I'll see you in the next video.